Perception. Alright.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere.
In the courtyard.
Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi.
Who are you?
Kesten Garess, a fighter in the service of Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori. Right now, I'm in charge of the mansion guards. As you can see, there's a lot to do.
Yes. Not how his voice is went steady there.
If I were a rich and influential lady like Jamandi, I'd also give myself a manly captain of the guard. Or two.
Nah, I really like her. What's going on here?
Someone opened the gate, let in a group of assassins in the middle of the night. Now they've set the
I
mansion
wonder.
on fire to cut off access to the hall. They don't want Lady Jamandi to get reinforcements. We cleared the passage so you can get through. Just try to avoid inhaling the smoke. We'll be right behind you. We just need to put out the fire first to save the mansion.
To save the mansion.
Considering Lady Jamandi's fame, I'm not surprised that a whole pack of assassins were unleashed on her, including a giant. But what's at stake? What could anyone hope to gain?
Ethan squints, obviously curious and thinking quickly. You need help putting out the fire?
No, we'll manage. I've got my best people here, those who still live. Your place is by Lady Aldori's side.
They're doing a grand work. Look, just standing about.
It doesn't seem right. What if
Like
some of
us.
the guards are wounded? We need to help them.
There's a hall.
You'll have to run through the fire. We've almost put it out at the entrance, so your main concern should be to not inhale any smoke. Hold your breath and take the first right, then head straight down the hallway.
I'll go
Fire
immediately.
doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go
Running.
ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch
Teeth.
up!
Up. The tiefling girl starts off and dashes through the
May
fire.
Amadar keep you safe.
I wish I had her strength. Right. Go through the fire. No thanks. And so our adventure started. Earlier and much more tragic than we expected. The whole team would gather in the hall yesterday and been reduced to but a handful of brave souls led by Tom. And not all of them, but by that scoundrel Tartusio, no matter what he might have imagined of himself. Mandy Adoli was waiting for us, but to get to her, we'd have to march through fire. Literally. As we approached the burning building, we drenched ourselves with buckets of water. Prudence is the key to victory. Before moving through the fire, we thoughtfully wet our clothes in here. And then we covered our nose and mouth before we rushed inside. It was a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible cracking sound, blocking the way back. Well, we may not have planned on going back if we come a little later. The flaming logs and red hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Regardless, we were left with only one way to go. The hot air burned our lungs and our eyes watered from the smoke, but Tom led us stubbornly through the flames. While Tartuccio did nothing useful at all, we made it to the hallway leading to the banquet hall, and we heard someone calling for us. It was Valeri, one of the guards. I chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in that calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty, but now, amid the smoke and flame, she looked like a celestial avenger, an armoured deity, menacing but beautiful and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She held a burned, barely living guards in her arms. There are two more, she shouted as she passed us by. They are wounded. Help me put them out. Tartuccio grumbled something about how Jamandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Tom, I rushed to save the guards. Ah! Saving the poor fellows didn't take long. Together we lifted them and carried them away from the fire. Only then did Valeria pause to catch her breath and wipe the sweat from her face. Thank you. That was truly noble of you, she said, and now let us rush to Lady Aldore's aid. Ensuring the guards we'd rescue were relatively safe, we made our way to the hall, where the battle was already in full swing. Nice. I don't know. Fatigue. Now, if I remember, so collect all to get to the end. Reinforcements are already on the way. Scam! Buff up!
Adventures call to them.
My patience is running thin.
Grotus awaits us.
You deserved it.
Oh. Oh yeah.
No fear.
No fear. All right. Well, didn't expect that. Well, that took a while. And then all of a sudden, I had like crits for days. You know, it's like... crits for days. Right, this is where we cheese everything, so what do we mean by that?
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger. And that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
Immediately!
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
I knew your games, pal. Take the ring from the pocket. You mean this ring? The one you gave me?
Yes. Such a gambit would be typical of Iroveti and his henchmen. And yet, it still seems suspicious. There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
Thanks. Thanks for the confidence.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
My words might be rash.
Rash.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand. He's got the eyes of a spy. And the mug of a spy.
That means you're a spy.
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it.
We did rob it. Yep. Forgive me for my trespass. In my defense, we were in the middle of a battle and in dire need of weapons.
Considering the circumstances, that was more than reasonable.
Hey.
That was a sound decision. Sometimes one must act at one's own risk and peril until crossing the boundaries of what is allowed. Showing initiative is no crime.
It is insane when faced with death to stop and question whether you may be breaking some law or rule. Even more insane would be to ask forgiveness for making the right decision. Sorry, but your words display a lack of wisdom.
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here? He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
Who were dying right in front of me. How could I just walk by?
Really, Tartuccio?
Haha.
You're seriously trying to blame someone for saving people from a fire?
Hey.
May Shellen spare
Douchebag or what,
for
eh?
having to make such a choice, but he behaved decently as a true leader.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the stolen lands.
Just went past that.
Lady Aldori, most of those who were to set off for the stolen lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
Expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
If my leader allows, I would join his team. He seems a worthy commander in my eyes.
A worthy. I am the worth.
Commanders, military leaders, all these laws and rules are but dust and vanity. I suppose I will accompany Tartuccio.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
Tartuccio.
Ugh, Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
As for me, I know neither of these 2.
Oh,
At least
come
not
on.
well enough, and I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the stolen lands, but not yet.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spy guts from the trees.
All right, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the stolen lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navakta's crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Leviton's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies.
And
I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution. While you're away, Kesten will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Pitax. But you should know that it isn't just Pitax we need to worry about. The royal house of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless. And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
The victorious. Victorious. Drop the book.
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, stolen lands. Heroes are on the way.
Heroes are on the ways. Bye. Okay, why we're walking towards them? Finally, after many times, many saves, many reloads, we finally
Tear them apart! They go down!
But why? Why is that? Why? Like you get like very countless reloads later and then that happens, you know? Crit central. I don't think you ever missed. Alright, well we'll see how this save goes this is now, so. And, two's better than none. Two's better than none. Save yourself. In the name of the Stag Lord, the lawful authority of stolen lands, we demand this week's tax. Some beer. And where's that pretty wife of yours, Oleg? She should serve us dinner. Quiet down, dimwit. Oleg, you're just here for the Stag Lord's tax. Hand over the money, and we'll be on our way. Okay, you want to drink some of my blood too? I'm sick of you. You're like Locust. You think you control everything around here just because you put up with that painted rag of yours? You come here, squeeze us dry, and come. Oleg, a large man and a rough face, stops talking when he notices you. Ah, you must be the guest from Restov. Certainly am. I'm not interested in bloodshed, but I won't let you rob this man. Be on your way and I'll let you be in peace. The woman smiles coldly. Alright, we'll leave. But what makes you think we won't just return with greater number? What a point. Why would we leave when we've got easy pickings from Restov before us? We'll rip out your guts and empty your pockets. What for Goron? Alright,
Let us strike as one!
Oof. Level! Lovely. Level. You're having the land. Save it. Go die.
Would be nice, don't you think?
Yeah, dear. Don't worry. Take that, you scoundrels. Oleg shakes his fist. But how? He scratches his head and stares at the ground gloomily. The girl got away, a plague on her. She's certain to complain to the Stag Lord. They came before us to collect taxes, but this time they've come to punish treason. Now what are we to do? He sighs heavily. If only I could send Svetlana somewhere safe and show those rats what's what. You notice a fair-haired woman approach. Dove, why are you here? I told you to stay hidden. It's all over. I saw it. I just needed to be sure you were all right. The woman looks at her husband tenderly, with a hint of sorrow. Oleg murmurs something as he looks away embarrassed. My name is Svetlana. I'm sorry your arrival to our trading post turned out to be so unwelcoming. Let's get to the point. You say the bandits are going to attack again. Who are they? When will they arrive? His hands suddenly. Who are they? They're the Stag Lord's gang, that's who. The land's team with bandits, like bedbugs in a beggar's hut. You just stirred them up. They have a camp not far from here. I expect they'll return in full force in half a day, maybe less. The Stag Lord won't take an insult like this lightly, and his henchmen are more like demons than men. How much you know? How many bandits? What do you mean? Those bloodsuckers think they own this land. They come, take what they want, and steal the better part of our money every month as a toll for their leader. They even broke our gate so we wouldn't try to hide anything from them. No one knows exactly how many there are. Sometimes only 5 or 6 come. Sometimes it's a whole gang. I've had shown them what for a long time ago, if not for Svetlana. Claimed they were collecting taxes? For the Stag Lord and his cronies, of course. The Stag Lord fancies himself a king in these parts. He may have antlers for a crown, but all the troublemakers around here are happy to follow his orders as long as they're paid. So they charge an arm and a leg as taxes, and they call their executions punishments for treason. Even those who never swore allegiance to the Stag Lord, they'll kill fast if they're lucky. If not, Oleg looked to Svetlana. Love, why don't you go start supper? While we finish our talk. Oh, she's going to be like, oh no, I know. Yeah, they will say, I've no need for protected from dark talk. I'm not some blind kitten, you know. I've seen what they do to people. She lowers her head. Most of the gangs is made up of simple bandits, and there are a few monsters among the leadership, especially those close to the Stag Lord. Ox and Dovin from Nishrov come to mind. They like to make a show of their tortures and executions. My husband and I saw the bodies. Well, lovely people. You have nothing to fear. I'll help you deal with the attack. Well, I appreciate your good intentions. I may not have the best manners, but Oleg Levitin is the last name you're ever accused of being ungrateful. You managed to defend this post. I'll reward you properly. You have to hide Svetlana. Please don't argue, Dove. We also need to decide on a plan. Go ahead and look around. There may be some tools that can be used for the battle. There are some pretty solid traps around, some tar and a box of alchemist fire, looks like. Put it on the gate, lay it off. Bandage. That could set the post on fire. Well, maybe if we covered the walls with something to protect them. Alright, yes, I think I could. I'll even shoot the arrows myself. I used to be pretty good with a crossbow back in my day. Answer a few questions. I think they'll come back. Enough for bandits for now. Let's tell me more about yourself. Surely there are more important things to discuss. Well, alright. We're just honest people who came here from Restov. We fixed up the old fort to house travellers and give merchants a place to trade with the locals. We also deal with the occasional huntsman in the area. But does any of this matter? When those bandits come back, they'll either drain us dry or kill us. Or someone running away. That must have been Bokken. He sells potions. He lives out in the forest like a hermit, but he comes back here every day. He knows every tree and bush in the area and how they can help you. The Stag Lord's gang wants him to work for them. He lacks the courage to fight those bandits, but he won't just walk away from us. He has a good heart, even if he grumbles a lot, especially recently. See what you have. I don't know how to trade in. Come back and do. A frail, disheveled old man wearing a stained and tattered robe gives you a gloomy look. I'm Bokken, local herbalist. What brings you here? Tell me about yourself. Well, what's there to tell? I'm a herbalist. Make potions and sell them. Gather herbs, roots, berries. Bokken sighs. I live in the forest. Live off the land. Since leaving Restov for these parts, I ended up a merchant here at Oleg's and Svetlana's post. They let me in out of their kindness, help me with things. They bring me water and firewood when it's cold, and the occasional barrel of honey. Good people. We could use your help fighting and bandits. Where's this coming from? You want an old man like me to fight? Here, take this potion. Consider that my help. And then no, mate. The bandits here bother you as much as Svetlana and Oleg. Maybe more. Help us get rid of. Yup. Bokken scratches his head and then hums to himself and puffs his chest out. Well, alright. I'll show those troublemakers. They'll learn better than to chase an old man around. Someone might even write up some verse about me. Maybe even heroic ones. Please be careful. Go ahead and help, but leave the heroics to us. Always be saving, folks. Always be saving. RNG to the scum. So, remember that. Alright, I'm prepared for the attack. And get into your positions and wait. Fear not. I'll stand between you and this scum. You're under my protection. Finally a fight. Was bored with all that talking. Well, these aren't the heroics I was hoping to write about, but I guess even the greatest heroes had to start somewhere. I'll see you're not easily cowed. No, we're not. I beg you, be careful, and please don't let Oleg do anything too risky. We'll hide inside. We're going to go meet our guests. Alright, here we go. Get that on you. You have to start hitting me, mate. I think that's fair. Ah! Whoa! Take that. And then we do something like that, you know? I swear, sometimes. Man, that was a long one, like, we're just getting caught in the raining as well, doesn't really help. Oh, good though. Like that one, alright. Got there in the end, I suppose. Oleg is breathing heavily, but he shakes his fist in the air menacingly. You rats got what you deserved. They'll know better than to treat honest people like cattle. And our Bokken has taught them a thing or two as well. Now, my lord, head up to the guest rooms on the second floor. We deserve some rest in such a battle. I need to clean things up, yeah. And this is for your efforts. Now, don't offend me by trying to turn it down, and take it. An honest fight deserves an honest reward. If that were more common practice in this world, I think life would be so much better. I think so as well. Alright. Oh my lord.
I can see the destination.
Don't want to get caught in this storm, by the way. Oh no. Do everything. Right, here we go. How many attempts, folks? How many attempts?
Just letting the ink dry. It's just not my lucky day.
Rolled a 6, folks. Okay, here we go.
Applause, please.
Hey. Second attempt. Second attempt. Finally got a good roll. Guide for travelers, hunters, and explorers of the river kingdoms, monsters and beasts. A will-o-wisp, an ambushing glowing ball which looks harmless and doesn't arouse any natural suspicion. Pretends to be guiding light in the marshes, but leads travellers to certain death. The agonising fear of their victims and this monster's nourishing dinner. If you manage to resist his tricks, make sure you have some electric protection. The monster electrocutes any visitor it fails to lure into terror. Werewolves prefer to hunt in groups and attack lone travellers. It's entirely possible that a Pharisee camp or troop could turn into a pack of bloodthirsty lycanthropes under cover of darkness. Ordinary weapons stand little chance against them, but a silver blade greatly increases your chance of survival. And primal, powerful creatures of the primal realm occasionally visit this world for amusement. It's best to stay out of a primal's way. Don't fight it. It's extremely dangerous, but if a life is at stake, resort to cold steel. Okay. It all. Take it all. Right, well, I don't have anything else to do. You wake up from a nasty dream that tortured you almost all night long. In it, you saw a wall of unnatural thick fog, and surrounding you, slowly moving closer and closer. A quick look out the window, and you find out that the fog was not a figment of your imagination, not a dream. And then...
Hear me. Please hear me. Can you hear me?
Can you stop talking? A half transparent outline of a beautiful nymph appears before you. Even in this ghostly form, it's clear that she is exhausted. Her shoulders are slouched, and her large blue eyes burn with her pale face. Her voice is barely more than a whisper, and she reaches towards you. Things that only you can see or hear within. Who are you?
Who am I? Just a tear shed by the land itself. The bitter sigh of nature. I am a nymph, the guardian of this area. A defeated guardian. Call me the guardian of the bloom, if you wish.
Of the bloom. I'm glad my adventures begin with such a beautiful sight.
Beauty is so tender. It can so easily be crushed under the blows of cruel fate. But you can save it from being undone.
What do you want from me?
Aid. Salvation. We have a common enemy, and long have I searched for someone who can defeat him. The one you call the Stag Lord. As a storm strikes ruthlessly with gusts and lightning, the Stag Lord wreaks havoc with the swords of his servants. And not just in the world of people. The land also suffers from the evil he brings. My forests and my flowers suffocate in this fog. Soon even I will vanish, as the last ray of light fades at dusk.
Taglong is responsible for the fog?
Yes. It hides his fortress as well as his dark deeds. But while responsible, he did not create this affliction. It is the work of a powerful druid who has betrayed even himself. I know not why the powers did not leave this renegade, but even I was unable to defeat him.
How can I help?
This fog, it enshrouds, entangles, suffocates. If only I could learn how it was created. But my powers wane. I have barely the strength to call out to you. All I know for certain is that somewhere in this forest lies an old house, and it echoes with the remnants of a strange power. The Stag Lord and his druid were there. The fog hides this place from me, but I can point you to the bandits' camp near the Thornford. Make them tell you where this place is. Go there and listen to the echo, catch the whispers, search for anything that can tell you how the fog was created. Once the fog clears, nature will breathe again, and you will be able to easily find your way to the fortress of our mutual enemy.
Okay, I understand very well.
I don't believe in fate, stranger, but our meeting seems more than a coincidence.
And then Whisper's face as she disappears. Finally,